Welcome to another installment of Tag Me In, where the triple threat brain trusts a tag over the good, the bad, and everything in between in the world of professional wrestling. I, of course, am the unofficially official Lip Dizzle, joined with none other than the less than stealthy unicorn himself, Mr. Ilja ScooterRay. ScooterRay.
What is happening, everybody?
And of course,
you know what? Hold on. You know
what?
Let me go ahead and hit him with something right quick. Dizzle, because when our heartthrob decides to jump in, he jumps in. But until then, ladies, you'll be fine. Your heartthrob is coming. I got to get something off my chest.
Oh.
And it is going to mainly lead into NXT.
Okay.
Since these last releases and since these reports have came out, they kind of fucked NXT up for me. NXT doesn't feel right to me now, because now you making me feel like, oh, these guys are just developmental. And to me, when you're saying that, you're basically saying, oh, these guys are expendable.
Yep.
Then you want to start going to this new style of the big man and nobody in their 30s debuting and no small guys and things like that. It just... Oh, wait, hold on.
And so don't you worry. Your worries have been completely quelled, because the man of the hour, the minute, the second, the day, the week, the month, the year, the decade, the century, the millennia, Mr. Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic that he only made you wait to get a slight heart attack. Bam.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't get listed as a COVID reason, but that might be polarizing to us. But I could not agree with you more there, Scoot. It's like this under 30, 200 pound plus, 6 foot tall, like. It's like you're shopping for Ken dolls or something, you know?
Yeah. And since these reports have came out, it's making me feel a way about the product now that I shouldn't have to feel that way about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know TakeOver is going to be good. I've said it before and I say it again, unless Sunday will be the first. I've never watched a bad TakeOver. After Sunday, we really don't know what NXT could possibly look like.
And thank you, because that's to piggyback off of that, because that's one of the issues that I'm having, is the fact that when that report came out that stated that the changes to NXT are going to happen after TakeOver, it's hard for me to watch NXT for like the past 2 weeks without thinking that, hey, does any of this shit even matter right now?
Mm-hmm.
Because
that's exactly why. And no offense to NXT or any of the current talent,
sure,
but I got to be honest, folks. I have not watched this week or last week for NXT, just because I don't want to watch the train come to that wreck, as I gave a metaphor for last week. I don't need. I don't. I know it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be nice. It's going to ruin one of my favorite brands. And I mean, begrudgingly, it's a WWE brand, but it still put out amazing content and amazing talent.
Yeah,
I just don't want to see it go. And I don't, like, aside from TakeOver, I don't want to participate in what will be the demise, especially after what you just said, that apparently these effects are going in to effect after TakeOver.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rumors.
I was hoping it would be a slow build to that, like something that like I could actually like watch the transitions being made. But if you're talking about like it's just flipping a switch, what does that mean for the talent that's currently there that's over 30 and under 200 pounds or not 6 feet tall? Like, what does that mean for Johnny Gargano? What does that mean for Kyle O'Reilly? What does that mean for a lot of people?
A lot of people, exactly. Like it's weird, and the most we can do, the only, it seems like the only saving grace we might have is USA Network. Because USA Network is like, hey, we didn't pay for pre-tape shows and stuff like that. So unless, there's going to be some heavy convincing or something, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it's going to look starting Tuesday. If these changes, quote unquote, start Tuesday, it's going to be weird to see how everything goes. But
hopefully
even watching Tuesday's episode, it was just something about it that I was like, yeah, some of this is cool and all, but it's like I feel bad more than I feel good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Because I mean, hell, even I mean, if you want to go ahead and just get right into it, Dizzle, even the first match, come to find out, Kushida wasn't medically cleared. Roderick Strong, which now it looks weird with Diamond Mine being just Hachiman Strong and Bivens, but Strong issued an open challenge. Out comes Ilja Dragunov.
Now, two things about this, and this is probably the only time you're going to hear me give props to, and I will say it, Diamond Mine. Only time you're going to hear me give props about this, for right now at least, is the way they opened up. Malcolm Coal Miner actually did give a good promo to kind of put a Band-Aid over the fact that Kushida wasn't medically cleared. He basically put it over the fact like Kushida was dodging him. So, but they basically stated they were going to get around to that, and he was going to get his match for the Cruiserweight Championship. And two, this match, I love it.
It was a good match.
Fantastic match. And I like that they did this kind of, especially with Roderick Strong, as a precursor to the potential violence we're going to see between Ilja Dragunov and Walter. So I'm all for it. All for it. I'm surprised that Ilja Dragunov decided to have this type of match before going into TakeOver, but either way, I ain't mad at it. So kudos to that. Clearly the right men went over. Ilja Dragunov did win. As bloody as he was.
Which I forgot, when did he get busted open?
I have no idea. It's like the same thing with Sean Spears getting busted open. It's almost like it just fucking happened, because I think there was an exchange on the ropes. I think they were chopping each other some more, but then all of a sudden Ilja Dragunov just started bleeding. So I don't know if it was like a stalled injury where it was like he got cut and then the blood just happened a little bit like few seconds later. But yeah, I don't know. But it made for a good ending. It made, this is my issue with it. This is my issue with the match in itself. The referee, I keep forgetting her name, and I apologize to Aja.
Wait. Yeah, Aja Smith.
She just kept getting in the fucking way.
Unfortunately, yeah, she wasn't positioned right. Like she kept, I don't know if she didn't know all the ins and outs to the match or something, but yeah, it did seem kind of weird that she was just kind of like move, you know.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, the match was good. Everything about it, finish was fantastic. The right men went over because, again, you want to make sure the person who's contending for the championship or the champion himself goes over or looks strong before the pay-per-view. Simple as that.
So, in your opinion, I mean, we can share it quickly. Where do you think this puts Diamond Mine now?
They're gonna be fine. I think they're kind of, because the thing is they can always rebound and add another member to Diamond Mine. That's easy. It would be beneficial for them to get somebody from the breakout tournament. But that's kind of, I mean, they was it Trey Baxter? I think they could probably get Trey Baxter. I mean, because you don't want to get anybody that's going to overshadow Roddy, unless you're getting a big man to, you know, kind of go for like the North American Championship.
Probably what the big man they got. I mean, probably what Josh Briggs, who we saw later, maybe.
Yeah, which could potentially be a heavy for somebody who we'll get into later on. But yeah, Diamond Mine because of the mic skills and the promo skills that Malcolm Cole Minor has, they'll get over just fine because he does good as a heel. So they can make all the excuses in the world to kind of benefit them without having to worry about the elephant in the room being the release of Tyler Russ. So yeah, they'll be perfectly fine. They won't skip a beat.
After Ilja got the W, he called us Volta and nothing.
Yeah, surprisingly, Walter did not come out.
It was crickets.
But they made it make sense later on.
Yes,
for sure. So I was okay with that.
I forgot the next segment.
After that, there was a that was before that. That was before that match. The next segment was actually Hit Row.
Oh, really?
Coming out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Hit Row came out and they was like, you know, fam, you took my grill, I burned your mask. You know, what we doing, Santos? What we doing? And then Santos appears on the screen and was like, Swerve, I'm out here in the parking lot. It's just me. No Joaquin, no Mendoza. It's just me. I understand me taking this was disrespectful. Just come out here and get it. Mono and mono. Leave your boy, leave your peeps in the ring. I don't have nobody. So Swerve is like, bet. And then Hit Row was like, Swerve,
what are you doing?
What is you doing? And he goes out there. He takes about 3 steps towards Santos and gets jumped by Mendoza and Wild. So he starts to fight all 3 of them off. They get the better. And of course, the troops arrive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it turned into a 4-on-3 brawl because they was going at it. And then eventually B-Fab grabbed a pipe from somewhere and started just teeing off on Legado, which I thought at that point they was going to introduce, because many people think that what's her name should join Legado. Katrina?
Is she? Oh, she's still signed?
I think so.
Huh.
Well,
I think so.
Interesting.
But yeah, so B-Fab, of course, was the difference maker, and Hit Row got the upper hand. Swerve took his grill back.
Now, which I do like, as they were walking away from Legado, B-Fab was actually scolding Swerve and was like, "That was stupid." You know how stupid that was.
Oh, so and during the kerfluffle, Top Dollar did yell out, "You must be outside your mind." But yeah, it was like, I told you it was stupid for you coming out here by yourself. Yeah, it was like whatever. And then during the process of another match, they did announce on Tuesday it'll be a 6-man tag between Hit Row and Legado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the match that happened in was the Cameron Grimes and Josh Briggs match, which there was a segment prior to that where LA Knight was working out at the Performance Center. Of course, you had a lot of the guys in the Breakout tournament in the background working out as well. And after LA Knight had Cameron Grimes wipe the sweat off his forehead, he was saying he's going to miss all of this, but it's going to be fantastic having Ted as his butler after he beats him. And then he said, matter of fact, hold on. And then he walked and he saw Josh Briggs working out in the back. And then he walked up to him and said, you know what? How would you like to make 10 grand? I give you $5 now, $5 after the match. All you got to do is beat up on Cameron Grimes in the ring. So Josh Briggs says,
hey, I usually beat up people for free, but bet.
So he said, you got a deal. And of course, that match was set up. And then we had, and again, still having Cameron Grimes come out in that damn Butler outfit to wrestle. This match, again, makes sense because it's, you want to have the heel LA Knight.
Hold on. Before that, Ted did come out to go on commentary, and then LA Knight joined on commentary too. So you had all of that. And then Ted was like, well, since you're so confident in Briggs, how about this? Double or nothing, 10 grand. Cameron Grimes win this. And then LA Knight was like, all right, bet, you're on.
Which more kudos to LA Knight for just looking like a fucking star, period.
Yes.
Like he is complete. But again, Ted DiBiase, he's lost a few steps, nothing against him, but it's just him on the mic commentary, he just feels a few decades back as far as some of his comebacks and everything.
Like he's trying to think of what to say, and it's not coming fast enough.
But it's all good because he's when he's good, he's good. But then when he's off, he's definitely off. But clearly, Cameron Grimes wins this. Cameron Grimes wins this. But he's still kind of. Wait, did he? No. That was the I think the. Now was this a show?
Yeah, segment after.
Okay, so I was right. It felt like it was like a
remember Grimes got beat up after the match.
Okay, yeah, so then that was right.
Yeah, Grimes got beat up after the match, and then there was another segment later on where
it was in the training room.
Was in the trainer's area getting checked on, and then Ted goes back there and basically was like, well, you know what? Maybe you might not be the $1 million champion I thought you was. He was playing the reverse mind games. And of course, we got the old Grimy back. Grimes got pumped up and he hit the catchphrase we haven't heard because he was like, after Sunday, when I win that $1 million championship, I am taking it to the moon.
Yep.
And then I think he stripped all the clothes off and everything.
He ripped off the shirt, which, by the way, he ripped off the shirt with every button popping up, which a lot of people just can't do. But he did that shit perfectly. Good shit, Grimes.
And after Grimes walked off all fired up, Ted was back there like, yep, that's the man I was looking for.
Signature laugh.
So.
Not to cross shows, but when Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky jumped Murder Hot Monster. Ethan Page, as y'all saw, Ethan Page kind of ripped his shirt open in a similar fashion.
Yes,
I did happen to catch a couple of buttons flying in my general direction.
Oh shit! Really?
I mean, they landed in like the section or two in front of me, but it was just like, oh shit, those buttons definitely did pop off.
Huh.
Well, you know what?
Excuse me.
Good shit, Ethan Page.
Right.
But from there we get a segment with the remnants of the way, with a Austin Theory missing again, sign on the back.
Y'all know where Austin Theory has been at, right?
Nope.
Oh, on main event.
Yeah, he wrestled Odyssey Jones on main event.
Has he been
Odyssey
taking
Jones?
Yep.
which that had me thinking, did they fire Bronson Reed for Odyssey Jones?
That would annoy me.
Because technically the rumor was they fired Braun Strowman for Almost.
Huh.
So did they fire Bronson Reed because of Odyssey Jones?
It's possible. But it's not like you can't have both. Like that's just ridiculous.
That's the thing. You can't. Like, why can't you have both?
You claim millions upon millions of dollars in profits. There's no reason that you can't have both.
No reason.
That's true. So it's all good. Just make sure that you give Bronson Reed Miro.
Now, all of this, when I talked earlier in pre-production, all of this was the highlight of the night for me.
Oh, this segment,
this, because Robert Stone comes out inspired by Steven Seagal, and he has a little fake ponytail, a fake braided ponytail added to the back of his hair. And of course, Kamea comes out. Of course, they're all accompanied with Frankie Monet.
Coming out to her music.
Yeah, to her music. Index comes out, and they come out to Lumis's music, and Indi is trying her best to mimic Dexter and everything he does. And of course, if you've been paying attention to the storylines, there was a scene where during the entrance, Indi looks over there at Beth, and Beth is like,
"Oh no, hold on, wait, before that, when they're walking down the ramp and they're both doing the stare, Indi averts her glance and tilts her head and starts looking at Dexter's ass as she's walking behind him. So he's focused and then walking straight with that icy glare, and her icy glare is on his ass. So
wait, hold on. Before we get there was a conversation between Index and Candace and Johnny, and they was like, well, how did the date end up going? And then Indi was like, and everything. And then the way that segment ended, Dexter had cake all over his face and everything. And then they was like, how was the cake and everything? And he was like, well, the problem is we couldn't really have much of the cake, but
because Indi was she was like he had the pie, but then the cake was fine, but he had enough room for he got enough room for pie.
Yeah. And then Johnny goes, wait, I looked over all that menu. There was all the menu back. And look, even USA Network responded, there's always time for pie.
Go ahead, USA.
Now
USA, you better save us. You better save NXT, man.
Now we fast forward to the match. During the entrance, there was another scene. You know how Dexter does that little crawl to the ropes? Indi does the crawl to the ropes, and then while Dexter is staring, Indi stares, and then Dexter moves. She bumps into him because she's trying to mimic everything he does. And then that's when you get that moment between Indi and Beth, where Beth was like, calm down, just breathe, just relax. It'll be fine.
Yeah. And that whole time, I was thinking like, oh, it's because since Beth has been a part of the whole Index thing, she's like, yo, it's your first match. Just like chill, calm down. It's okay. Of course, look, it was just a huge comedic match.
It was.
We already know what was going to happen.
I mean, literally, Robert Stone, he tried to do a diving plancha, landed nowhere near Lumis.
Like,
Dexter just looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing? But the match basically ended because they hit double silencer. Indi hit the silencer on Kamea. He hits it on Robert Stone. They tap out, go to sleep. Match is over with. They're celebrating. Indi goes to Beth.
Well, the weird thing about it was that they were doing the crawl towards each other, and then all of a sudden, Indi backs away.
Yeah.
And then slides out the ring, and then that's when she goes to Beth, and I was like,
yeah. And then Beth hands her something, and then you're like, okay. Indi goes back in the ring. Dexter just staring at her. Indi proposed to Dexter.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he said, well, he nodded yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the engagement ring is of a giant eye.
What?
Yeah.
Alright. I
But
mean,
once again, this was actually one of the best moments of the night.
I
Yeah.
need to watch it.
Like, it was actually one of the best moments of the night.
That
And of
yeah.
course,
That
they hugged and everything, and so. Oh,
Mhm.
and another feel good moment. It was Indi's birthday, and the crowd
Oh
was chanting happy
yeah.
birthday.
Aw.
Yeah.
Good shit for Indi, for real.
Yeah.
Then we got a segment with the Kiwi Buzzsaw and Big Mommy Cool,
Yes.
where they were basically talking via satellite,
Mm-hmm.
and
They
it
hinted
was
at something that I don't know if I'm okay with.
which thing?
Raquel said, "What you gonna do, Dakota? There is nobody like me. So who do you got?"
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna try to introduce another heavy for Dakota or what, but I guess we'll see come Sunday.
Yeah, I don't think that needs to happen because I think it would diminish her win.
It would.
So our NXT, WWE, don't do that shit. Give Dakota her deserved win because it's been a long time coming, and she developed this whole turn over the course. Like her growth from when she came in as a baby face to this point deserves her to win this straight up.
Yes.
Period. So yeah, but yeah, it was the whole segment was pretty much paint by the numbers. Is basically like, hey, I'm gonna take it, whatever. But of course, Raquel ended it off with calling her a sidekick. So
yeah, and Dakota was like, "What you say to me?"
Yeah, and then that's kind of how it kind of ended off. But from there, we get the continuation.
We can also talk about that whole Zoe Stark and EO segment.
You know what?
Get that out the way.
Fuck it, because this has probably been the biggest misstep of current NXT right now.
Yes,
is because this has put a blemish on the women's tag team division. Like, you've taken 6 steps back, in my opinion, because of everything that you've done up to that point was fine. But once you got to there and you put those titles on Zoe Stark and Io Shirai, nothing against Io and nothing against Zoe Stark in this situation, but they don't deserve the titles, nor does Io need it. And
honestly,
at the same time,
only thing I can think of, Candice must have been already pregnant or like whatever, because whatchamacallit should have took those belts if that was the case.
Yeah.
Catanzaro and Carter.
Mm-hmm. Because it just made no sense for Zoe Stark and Io Shirai to win those titles, because it was completely unnecessary. Or if you were going to have them go against each other, just have them beat Io and Zoe and then have them lose them to Casey and Caden. Simple as that. But this, they have done nothing for me in this situation. They've barely been on TV. So, all the work that Raquel, Dakota, Candice,
Shotzi and Ember,
Indi, Shotzi and Ember, everything that they've done to help build the beginning of this division has almost been completely undone, because they're going to make these titles forgotten. So, and they haven't been defended.
So, because Io did make the comment was Zoe was like, "Hey, we tried to be friendly," and she was like, "It's not about friendship; it's all about us defending." So, whatever that means.
Yeah, right. But it is what it is. But regardless, trash. We get to the continuation of the NXT Breakout tournament. Carmelo Hayes versus Duke Hudson, which this was completely surprising as far as the finish.
And what I brought up on, if you watch the other show, I did bring up that there was a moment that looks like somebody possibly could have got hurt, because there was a spot where Carmelo Was he supposed to DDT Duke, or was he just supposed to just? I don't know what exactly he was trying to do.
Yeah, because I don't know if he was trying to do like a float over DDT on the apron, but once he did it, it's almost like they both kind of fell, and Duke Hudson just fell awkward.
Like he fell like on like upper head, neck, shoulder, awkward. Like that was a nasty looking fall Duke Hudson took, and I'm pretty sure it probably knocked him a little loopy for a second.
Yeah. And they did some more stuff after that, which I'm like,
yeah,
you know, I don't know if that was stupid or if that was commendable for him finishing the match, but it was like, if that was the case, y'all did way too much if he was hurt after that. So
way too much.
But I mean, yeah, it was a good match. I mean, Carmelo Hayes really doesn't need this tournament in a sense, because to me, I feel like they've done enough for him up to this point outside of the tournament to actually have him be somewhat of, I don't want to say made man, but you know, they have him on an upward trajectory as far as being recognized as somebody who deserves to be on the roster as a familiar face, rather.
Yes.
Because he has the look, he can talk, he has somewhat of the charisma. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's more he has to come out of his shell on that end, but so far he's a step above, or maybe like 3 steps above Jake Van Atlas. So
agreed.
That's how I would look at it. But I maybe that's because of the bias that I have, because I wanted to see Duke Hudson and Odyssey Jones go at it. But hey, it is what it is. When they gave Carmelo Hayes his post-match interview, he did kind of a little turn there, because he basically said, you know, they always say, for all my video game fans, you know, you can't complete the game until you beat the final boss.
Yeah.
And then he said, plot twist, Odyssey Jones, I'm the final boss. And I was like, that's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
So I guess he's gonna play the heel-esque in this finals, which is fine.
Excuse me. And then of course Odyssey Jones comes out, and they had a little stare down. And next week will be the finals of the Breakout tournament. Oh,
so they're not having it at TakeOver?
Nah, it's next week. Well, okay. I think they're not having a TakeOver because I'm pretty sure a lot of time is going to be dedicated towards Cole and O'Reilly.
It is 3 matches.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Well then, from there, we had a backstage segment with Imperium, and basically Walter, actually, just like I said earlier, him basically making it make sense as to why he didn't come out there. He said because it's not about Walter and Ilja. They're going to get their time at TakeOver. Right now, it's about Imperium, Martel Bartel, and
Fabian
Aichner. There we go. Getting their titles. Like it's about them. So
and
that's what we're focused on.
Not only getting them titles, but if y'all don't win, it's going to be a little consequences and repercussions.
Which I think is okay now, based on how everything kind of turned out.
Yeah.
But then of course we get the main event of the night, which is
hold on, before we get that.
Okay.
We did get that one segment, or was that last week?
Which one?
Wasn't there like a Pete Dunne segment, or was that last week I'm thinking of?
No, that was last week. What they had, they did have a vignette for O'Reilly and Cole.
That's what it was. Yeah, they had one of them video packages of Cole and O'Reilly and
which basically setting them up. Which of course they're always good at that stuff. So they basically went through the whole like history of them having their matches up to this rubber match. Talked about the history of Undisputed Era. Had them talk for like a quick second, and then that was about it.
JC Jane had a promo, a little vignette.
Oh. Thank you. Okay, so what Gigi Dolan did, I'm perfectly fine with. Ever since ever since last week where Gigi Dolan came out to wrestle and JC Jane was out there with her and she was just doing the most on her entrance. Like that whole like walk and whatever she did behind Gigi Dolan just did not fucking work for me. I hated it. And then to do this little promo, it was like, I wish she would have did something different because I like her in the ring, but this just mimicked Gigi Dolan's thing. Like it had the same just like ambiance, it had the same cadence and everything. It's just I wish she would have done something a bit different, but with the same because I see what they're doing. They're trying to allude to like possibly a stable and probably maybe taking over as far as like the women's division, but I just wish she would have did something that spoke to like her because this just this screams mimic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. Just keep it in the ring, JC. Keep it.
Yes. Now we get to the main event.
Absolutely.
MSK did a promo. They was like, "We getting tired of people saying we're this and that after we didn't beat GYV, after we didn't beat Ciampa and Thatcher, and we beat
Legato.
They was like, we're the champs for a reason, so we got to go out there and show Imperium why we the champs." And so be it. So
Indi.
This was actually a pretty good match.
Yeah. Wesley won with a nice little line of his own. You know, shout out to Top Dollar. But Wesley, once Bartel had pushed him, he was like, "Oh boy, you strong." So, I was once that part happened. I was like, I mean, I'm always dialed into an MSK match, but at that point, I was like, all right, I'm entertained. Let's get to it. And whew, Wesley took some damage in this fucking match.
Yes, he
was basically Imperium's crash test dummy. They was like, okay, you know what? We're gonna try this, we're gonna try this, and we're gonna try that. He got clothesline, like he got folded with the clothesline. He got flipped and folded with the clothesline. He got tossed into the turnbuckle. He got tossed in general. And yeah, he just Then Nash Carter came in and help equalize some shit, but there was a couple times where I was like, oh shit, Imperium may actually take these fucking titles.
Might take it. And then eventually Volta comes out and was like, fam, why haven't y'all won this match yet? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, then he tried to distract the ref for a second, and then that's when I was like, oh shit, okay, they might actually take this. And then Ilja Dragunov comes out, and then he starts trying to take on Volta, but then Volta smacks his ass down like instant death for a second. But then MSK takes their win from that point, and then Wesley goes out to try to take on Volta, and then he gets smacked to death.
And then Imperium proceeds to beat all three of them up.
Yeah,
especially Ilja.
Yeah. So Imperium looked strong going in. So you both had Ilja Dragunov looking strong in his match with Roderick Strong, and then you had Volta looking strong over Ilja Dragunov to end their whole segment for NXT TV. Which I wish that's where they would have ended it off, because the final segment of the show with Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross,
it was a little not needed.
It wasn't, and this allowed me to kind of see the issue that I'm having with Kross right now is because the stuff with main roster and what the effects of it have done to him on NXT have diminished the imposing nature that he used to have on NXT. Because when this whole Joe and Kross thing was happening, when it first spawned, I was like, okay, I can't wait for this. But then the main roster stuff, the Jeff Hardy stuff, the Keith Lee stuff, then the removing Scarlett, even from NXT, it started to take its toll on the situation, and then it started to diminish Kross's character more and more and more to the point where I'm like, I look, I can't wait for this to be over. So it took something that I was anticipating to me just being like just let this be done. Just put the belt on. Yeah, exactly. Just put the belt on Joe. Let us move on from this and then go on to something better. Because
of course, typical WWE fashion, they get into a kerfuffle. Security tries to break it up. They still fighting. They crash through the barricades like 2-3 times. And it ended with them finally crashing through the barricade again, and everybody was just laid out. So, and it was like, I guess.
Yeah. Like, because
we shouldn't have this attitude for this type of matchup.
No, we shouldn't.
We really shouldn't.
Cole and O'Reilly basically did this same type of brawl last week. So it's like this. Yeah, honestly, I probably would have appreciated it more if they had a situation where Joe was looking for Kross and Kross just laid out Joe. No big brawl, no nothing. Just have just leave it at because at least you can have Kross look strong going into this. But if you have them looking at as equals, then it's just like, no, give Kross some of his luster back, but that's not going to happen. So it's whatever. But we do have both SummerSlam and TakeOver this weekend. And
on the morrow, as they say.
Yeah, it's nearing on the morrow. But
SummerSlam Saturday, TakeOver Sunday.
But I guess we should give our predictions before we escape out of here. So which would y'all like to? Do you want to keep it going with NXT, or would y'all like to get SummerSlam out the way, or the other way around?
I think I like Scoot's idea. We'll upload something to the IGs for the
we'll upload something to the IG for SummerSlam just in case they still got more matches. But at least in TakeOver's case, we know what TakeOver has.
Okay, fair enough. So look, y'all got to look out for that.
Yeah.
So pay attention to us.
But I will say this. I hope that NXT does get better down the line. I hope that this isn't the beginning of the end, so to speak. I pray for an amazing takeover. I just hope that it's not a swan song takeover.
Yes.
So we'll see. But you guys have. I mean, I know Jaeger, you didn't really catch it, but do you have any final thoughts on anything that you've heard or what you expect from TakeOver?
Looks like I need to go back and watch a couple of segments and 1 or 2 matches. But other than that, might be doing it with like a somber look on my face, just knowing that it could be the end of an era.
Let's hope not.
I fucking hope not. USA, save them.
Right?
Yes. USA, please. Scoot, you got any final thoughts?
Once again, I can somewhat start to see the WWE interference because it didn't even feel like a go-home show.
Yeah.
And that's what the WWE has been doing. Their Raw and SmackDowns don't feel like go-home shows whenever they have pay-per-views coming up. So, I don't know. It didn't feel like a takeover was happening Sunday. So, that was weird. But like I said, other than the whole index situation and the Dragunov and Strong and, of course, the MSK and Imperium, it was a show. Hope Duke Hudson is good,
Yeah. Oh, for real. For real. I really got nothing this time. Matter of fact, the only thing I got is a good large helping of Dakota, though.
Dakota was looking good in that interview, though.
So
I mean, hey Raquel, I still see you though.
Oh, we definitely ain't forgot that. There we go.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
But with that, Scoot, where can these mother effers find you?
Wait, well, hold on. We gotta do the predictions first.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Man, see, look, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
That's why I was tripping.
we gotta do that. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, hey, so you can find me on IG. I'm gonna just say Twitter. I don't have a Twitter. You can find me on all bunch of stuff. Jaeger, where can the people find you at?
Yeah, you can find me on IG.
Heavy is the neck that holds thine crown.
You know, Lil Dizzle, you can find him on the podcast that he got. You know, it's called something. You can find him
something to do with lifestyle. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's cool. You know what? You guys are right. You guys are right. So
definitely catch Lil Dizzle's OnlyFans before they shut that down. So
look, we got to make sure we give the people what they came here for. They want these predictions. So I get, you know what? You guys are right. You guys are right. So let's give them what they came for.
Let's do it.
So the NXT Women's Championship, Raquel defending her title against the Kiwi buzzsaw Dakota Kai.
So,
yep, I got Dakota. Scoot, are you going against Big Mommy Cool?
Raquel, forgive me, but I'm going with Captain Coda.
It's your time, Raquel.
Indeed. Well then, moving on.
Jaeger?
I said
he's going with Dakota.
Dakota Kai, though.
Yeah.
The $1 million championship.
I'm going with Grimy.
I'm gonna go with Grimesy too. Oh God, that's still my voice. To the moon. Yeah.
Look, the crazy thing is the crown is saying LA Knight.
Really? You think DiBiase is going to be Knight's new butler?
It's.
You think they're going to draw that out even more?
But I have to go with my gut because I've been saying this for too long. Because this is what got me the crown in the first place, is the fact that I had said that LA Knight was going to win this so that way Grimes could go through this whole rigmarole to get to this point and win it. So, Grimesy.
Okay.
Grimesy. Next up, 2 out of 3 falls match. Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole, baby.
This is the only match I'm split on.
If Adam Cole is in fact on his way out, then Kyle O'Reilly wins. It really comes down to whether he re-signed or not. Actually, you know what? If he re-signs, then he's probably going to main roster. So I'm going to go
regardless.
I think it's going to be Kyle O'Reilly.
I kind of agree with Yang on this. I think it's going to be Kyle.
Let's see, what is it? The steel cage?
It's a normal match, street fight, third fall, the steel cage.
Kyle O'Reilly would be the logical pick in all of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say that we don't get a victor.
Really?
One or two things are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just completely dunzo, or they try to pull the whole both of their feet hit the ground at the same time. But at the same time, that's still weird. I think that might piss some people off.
It would. I think because I mean they are calling it the undisputed finale.
Okay, fine. You know what? Fuck it. We get. I'm picking Cole too. I'm picking O'Reilly too.
Okay.
But do we get all three matches?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same thing like it was when Cole and Johnny fought. I'm pretty sure that cage match is gonna be that specialty cage with all the weapons and shit all on it. So
who wins which match?
Cole, O'Reilly wins the first match. Cole wins the street fight.
I think what's going to happen is I wouldn't be surprised if Cole does the typical heel shit where he causes a disqualification. Like maybe using a chair or something. O'Reilly does it that way. And then with Cole getting the upper advantage, he wins the second. And then O'Reilly wins the cage match.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. NXT
and
United Kingdom Championship. Oh.
Straight up. Oh. And new.
Well, following WWE fashion with whoever comes out on top on the Go Home show.
Right.
I gotta go with Scoot on this. Ilja Dragunov.
Yeah. Same, because they keep touting Walter's reign and
like 360 days or some shit he's at now.
Yeah. They're gonna have basically an Imperium downfall so they can rebuild or something and then come back even stronger. So and then we'll probably get Walter versus Samoa Joe.
Ooh.
Look, look, NXT, you didn't give me Balor and Walter. You at least got to give me Joe and Walter. So, yeah, Ilja Dragunov takes this for sure. But speaking of Joe and Kross.
I mean, yeah. What are you saying?
Joe's going to kill somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. But see, now, clearly, as you can tell, we all had the same predictions on this.
Yes, we did.
That's just for TakeOver. This is for the entire weekend because SummerSlam is included in this.
Yeah, that's true.
So our predictions go hand in hand with both. So it's all encompassing, which means right here.
This fucking guy.
If any of us beat you on SummerSlam predictions.
Oh,
I just expect a crown in the mail. That's all.
Yeah.
No, that's a crazy thing is that you guys are expecting crowns.
I mean, as I said in the pretext, if we beat you in the predictions for SummerSlam.
Well, I was never born in the ifs.
Okay, we'll see.
The crown is spoken. But yeah.
Okay.
When you next see it, well, no, because when you next see us, we'll be covering Rampage. So
yes,
there will be no need for me to have this. But
Monday
next week. Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a recap of this weekend's events.
Yes.
So you will still see this around my neck. I'll also have the crowned hoodie as well, just to kind of complete everything. So So look forward to a
So-
reoccurrence.
As you hearing people, this weekend all comes down to SummerSlam because regardless of how NXT plays out, we all will have the same score.
Yeah.
It'll be a matter of SummerSlam. And there's only a couple of matches in SummerSlam that I just don't know who might win what. But we'll do.
You want to know who does know?
Because after Friday, you know, like I said, we got to make sure we have all the matches. But yeah.
So yeah, you guys keep an eye on that on IG.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Scoot, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me in those diamond mines. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to rebuild. We're trying to rebuild out here in these streets. You know, one of our workers got released. You know, so we're trying to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? We need a new strong candidate to come and help mine these diamonds.
Oh,
you know, I'll be sending out resumes on IG, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. You know, if I gotta send resumes with the ninjas, I'll do that as well on the same platform.
That was actually pretty good.
Plus Anchor, Google, and Spotify. You know, sending out resumes because you know we need more people to help mine these diamonds so we can shine. So that's where you can find me recruiting in the mines. You know. But, you know, since I'm down in my recruiting, you know, I need peeps to go holler at Mr. Jaeger Bombastic.
Man.
Let you know where you can find him because, you know, I got to go get back to my recruiting. You know?
I mean, you can find me following Dead Canaries, looking for Tyler Russ.
That's so dark.
Hey, that's what I covered. But yeah. Other than that, you can if you see any Dead Canaries, you can shout them out to me on Instagram, TikTok. I mean, hey, if I'm gaming while I'm taking breaks, that'll be there on the Xbox and the PlayStations. But if I can't find anybody, or if I can't find any birds, and I'm feeling down about myself, you know where I can look to maybe lift up my spirits a bit?
OnlyFans until October 1st.
I mean that might lift something up for some people. But I think you can ask this guy all about it up here.
Yeah, not the OnlyFans, not the OnlyFans. The
positivity.
The positivity.
Yeah.
I mean, OnlyFans might give people positivity. You know what I'm saying?
Temporary positivity, just
hey, I mean,
nice little elation, real quick, and then But anyway, not only am I the Prince of Predictions, I'm also the Prince of Positivity. So you can also check Lifestyle One Up to get that daily dose of the good old healthy helping of positivity every Monday through Friday in those good old mornings to get your day started. Your IGs, your Twitch, well, your Twitters, your TikToks, soon to be YouTube next week. And then, of course, for shooting the shit, whether it be gaming, anime, comics, manga, whatever the case may be, go to Lip Diesley. Hit me up for all your recommendations of what I should read, play, watch, whatever the case is on your IGs, your Twitters, your Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, everything under the sun. Just not OnlyFans. But with that said,
hear that, people, he means plenty of fish, Tinder, farmers only.
I think he still even got an old Tumblr account, you know, you can hit him up on. So, you know, he's somewhere.
No, nowhere. Only place I am right here right now is giving a 2 sweet to my bros. That's what I'm doing. That's where I'm at. Bam. And of course, just how we keep it every episode, depending on how you liked it, whether you loved it, hated it. Don't forget to rate it, comment down below, hit the notification bell for all the pop-ups and notifications for anytime we drop something. Most importantly,
down here.
Subscribe to the channel as always. But until you see these handsome faces, hear these immaculate voices, I bid you all adieu and a mother effing tag the fuck F out.